Touching down in Cartagena, Colombia from Detroit. This vlog is going to show you my first 24 hours with my friend Whitney and I exploring restaurants, doing a food tour, and so much more. Be sure to watch to the end. Let's get into it. This is what happens when the trip idea leaves the group chat. I'm so happy for this weekend. We're celebrating my friend Candace's birthday. Whitney is finally here. We live in different states, so it's always a good time whenever we link up. Look at our room and let me know what you think about it in the comments. Ooh, we got a little living area. Yeah, girl. We got a nice view. Okay, now I'm happy. Yay. And I have my own bathroom. Whitney has her own bathroom. Thank God. This is what I'm talking about. So it's our first night. Whitney is here. We are gonna go to dinner and go get some cigars because me and Whitney love smoking cigars. She's a connoisseur.
No, that's you. I just like what I like, and I know what I like.
But listen to this. So all this time I've been traveling, haven't had any issues with my ATM. Get South America. ATM almost on my card. Well, I had an issue in Egypt. So now have to figure out how I'm gonna get some cash because I'm not going to the money exchange. So we're gonna see how that's gonna happen. Or Whitney about to be my sugar mama.
No.
For this. So check out where we go eat, cigars, and just our first night here in Colombia. If you are visiting Cartagena, I highly suggest that you download Cabify. It is their most used ride sharing app. You could take a taxi, but it's just so much easier to go cashless and use the app.
1, 2, 3.
These party buses were everywhere. This one was kind of lame, but we saw them throughout. I'm not going to play the music because, copyright and things, but they were partying. And when you get on those, you stay on there the whole night. You don't do like stops at bars or clubs. That is the club. Winnie and I saw this spot and we attempted to get a drink, but we changed our mind and decided to go straight to the cigar bar. What do you think of Colombia so far as we get hit by a taxi?
I think it looks like New Orleans.
I know. That's why I was like, it might remind me. Or we should be saying the other way around, right? But we're gonna go into a cigar spot because Whitney, I don't know why she's not in the frame. Come in here. And I want to smoke some cigars. We had an okay time at the cigar bar. It wasn't a huge selection in the cocktail menu. They was not trying to serve cocktails. They was like, well, you can just get stuff neat. I don't want nothing neat. I want a cocktail, I want to have a cigar. But anyway, it's time to move on to the next day. We are doing a food tour today. Random.
Not random. We both like to eat.
We do like to eat, but nothing was planned. And this is the joy sometimes of traveling with me. People think that I'm like exceedingly abundantly a type A personality forever, but that's not true. We woke up at 11 and I was like, I found something for us to do at 1, so we're on our way there. If you have not already done so, be sure to hit that like button, and if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel if you like to watch travel vlogs, get travel inspiration, and most importantly, personal finance tips. Our street food walking tour takes place in the old city. We are headed there now, and it's just over these walls. So during the street food walking tour, we are going to learn a little bit about the history, which y'all know I love, and you'll get to see some of the most well-known street food in Cartagena. So make sure you stay tuned until the very end, and let us know what you think of the food that we are tasting in the comments.
And it's open 24 hours a day.
Oh.
So it's always open, right? So we are going to taste pan de bono right now. Right? Pan de bono here in all Colombia in all Colombia, not only on the coast. In all Colombia, we used to eat pan de bono on Christmas time, right? So on Christmas time, we eat it at home with hot chocolate, right? That's a tradition for us, right? But this place is open all the time.
I know this must sound crazy. Them the tough when them be raising. In my mind.
Help with your hand.
And
Don't worry about it.
what's this called again?
Pan de bono and pastelito.
Okay.
Pan de bono is made with yuca. You know
Already
yuca?
glistening. Glistening. Y'all know how I do. This good.
So you say pan de bono and pan de quesos is almost the
Anything
same.
bread, y'all know I'ma love it.
Every corner, you see the man selling fruits, right? In this corner, we're going to take mango and pineapple. But I know that you have pineapple in the country and mango too. But we have a mango that is a herb mango, we call it, because it's like a herb. It's very sweet, right? And the pineapple is not as big as you have. It's a smaller one, but it's very sweet too, right? So we're going to take this kind of fruit. I don't know if you want to taste it with tahini, right? Tahini. It's from Mexico. Yes.
We got that in Southwest Detroit all the time. That's how everybody eat their fruit.
We also received some natural fruit juice with the fruit. It was so good. And then we were on to the next thing.
This is a patacon. Made by plantain, right? You have to fry twice. And cheese, this kind of cheese. This is costeño cheese.
This tastes more like a potato than a
With the
plantain.
patacon in your hand.
It's alright. It's alright.
How do you say it? Plantains or plantains? I hear it differently in DR, Jamaica, and I'm hearing it differently in Colombia. Let me know in the comments.
What are we about to eat? What is it
On to the
called?
next
What is it
thing.
called?
Cheese arepa, arepa de queso.
And what kind of cheese is it?
Costeño cheese.
Costeño cheese.
Costeño cheese. Yeah, it's a cheese made by hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so you
okay.
don't find it at the supermarket.
How is it?
Everybody's okay? Right, let's go.
Like spicy hot?
Hot, temperature hot.
Oh, okay.
There are a long time ago there were family houses, right? But right now there are hotels, right? Residential, right? But the people who used to live around here have moved from any other places, right? To buy a house over here costs a lot of money, right? So if you had a house over here and you sell it, you can buy 3 or 4 in another place, right? So you can live like a king in any other place, right? You don't need
As he was saying, most of the living accommodations within the old city is very expensive, and that's why it's mostly hotels. You don't really see working people living in the old city.
Colombia. You see right there, that's Republican one. Both are permitted over here in Cartagena. So if you buy a house here in Cartagena, inside you can do whatever you want, but outside you can change nothing.
Really?
Right? Neither the color. If you want to change the color of the house, you need a permit by the government, right? So you ask for it, right? They say yes or no, right? And if you want to make a reparation, right? The same thing. You need a permit. They decided it's good or not, right? So remember, wood, colony, cement, Republican. Cartagena was free from the Spaniards the first time in 1811. So before 1811, colony. After 1811, Republican war, right? Do you make the history true?
Oh, no. Wait, is it good?
As we are heading to our next food spot, I figured I will let you know how I found this food tour. I found it on Airbnb experiences, where I usually find a lot of excursions to do when I get to a new city. So let's check out this next spot.
Chismagola. She's the lady. Hi. She has been working frying arepa, ex-arepa, all her life, right? And this business is from 1999, this business, right? So she was at the middle of the street, long time ago, right? She was working hard, right? With discipline, right? So if you work with discipline, you can get whatever you want, right? So she can move from the street to here, right? But the same arepa, the same flavor, right? So we're gonna taste it. Me too.
What's this again?
Arepa con huevo.
Okay,
Ex arepa, arepa con huevo.
thank you.
It's hot.
It's
Yes.
very hot.
Yes.
Be careful, guys.
The wall was cooked over here because Cartagena was surrounded by the wall. But government here in Cartagena from 1904 to 1925 decided to destroy part of the wall because they said that Cartagena needs to breathe and to communicate from one place to another. So they cut the wall over here. They cut it over here. Right? In this space, around 1,700 meters were destroyed. We used to have 11 kilometers of wall, and now we have only 9 kilometers. Well, I said only, but 9 kilometers is really, yeah, it's really big.
Our next stop was at a kickback. This is a local hangout spot where people just drink their beers, chill, kick it. I actually tried some local Colombian beer. It was okay. I do not like beer, but that actually was not bad. I tried to step out of my comfort zone when traveling. This chorizo was amazing, but I do not eat dairy. I do not eat cheese. I ain't trying that. But this chorizo and this bread, whatever it was, very good. On to the last food stop. We did make another historical stop, so keep watching. El Soberon was our last stop, and we had some really good ceviche here right after it poured down raining on us. But this spot is famous because it once held a Guinness World Record, and I believe the restaurant is about 50 years old.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
The ceviche was delicious, and on our way to our final stop, we saw a rubber tree.
So they're
That's strawberry.
rubber trees for real.
Yes.
From right
Look.
here. Oh, sorry.
Right, around 800 meters, right? And that's the clock tower. The clock tower is from the 20th century. Clock tower is from 1905, right? But the wall is from 1600, right? The first part of Cartagena wall started in 1600 and finished in 1630, right? So this was the principal entrance to the city, right? The clock tower. We call Boca del Puente. Boca del Puente is like a bridge mouth or mouth bridge, because when they open the door, become a bridge. Here there was a channel, right? It's water that came from the La Virgen, Ciénaga de la Virgen to the bay, right? So the door opened at 6 a.m. and closed at 6 p.m. Cartagena was a military city, right? So at 6 a.m. they open the door, everybody go out. Before 6 p.m. everybody have to get inside, otherwise have to sleep outside because they close the door, right? Everybody here in Cartagena knows, even the children and women know how to shoot down, because we were prepared for attack, especially from fire attacks, right? All right, let's go to the last stop. In Cartagena, so it was not easy for them, right, to get inside Cartagena, right? But anyway, the history is the history, and the history have to found that happened, and this is the evidence what happened here in Cartagena, right? So well, we are afraid. We're afraid. No, we are proud. Proud. We are proud to be from Cartagena because Cartagena is called La Heroica. La Heroica means that when the Spaniards here, native people, right, we make a revolution, and the Spaniards got out to go back to Spain, and we were free from the Spaniards, right? But they came back in 1815. Our independence was in 1811, and they came back in 1815. We were free only for 4 years, right? So when they came back to Cartagena, right, we defend, people from Cartagena defend from the Spaniards, right? And we prefer to die and never go, what do you say? Rendirse, never go back, right? So we decided to in front of him, right? Fight. We decided to fight and die, right? But we never go back. So Cartagena is called the Cartagena La Heroica, because we prefer to die, right? All right, we finished the tour over here. We are going to taste the sweet, but we control. It's okay that
Oh, wow.
but how we can go there? We don't have.
Where are we going right here? How are we gonna get there?
Mucho Luis. This all black is full of sweet, but this kind of sweet as natural sweet, right? No factory, right? It's natural. Are made from people, from the lady from Palenque, right? Yes, Palenque, right? So most of them are from coconut. This one is coconut and pineapple, coconut and panela, coconut and guava. This one is alegría. This is sesame seed, and this is milk. This one is tamarind, and this one is banana, right? So take one. Right?
Okay, what you think of the food tour? I loved it because it was just a little bit of food. Like everybody like had half of this or a quarter of this, so you didn't get too full, but you got to share and try a lot of different things.
And
The actual food though, not my favorite.
yeah, it was like, I more so like the tour guides more than anything. I really wasn't impressed with the food. Best food tour to date, still Egypt, then Greece. Actually, Egypt and Greece are kind of a tie. The street food was very mediocre. I guess you want to be in a movie. I guess you in a music video.
After the food tour, we were waiting to hear from Candace and her sister to figure out when they arrived because we were going to meet them at their hotel or for dinner. So while we were waiting, we found a rooftop bar to stop at, but it was raining.
Y'all know I love me a rooftop. No matter where I am, I gotta find a rooftop.
Right after I got my drink, it started pouring down raining again, and then it stopped. So we were on our way to go to Candace Hotel, but we just enjoyed walking around the city because it was so beautiful, the architecture of it all. And then we were at Candace Hotel. Now, this hotel lobby was so confusing because we could not find the elevators, and it's because it was an old school elevator that looked like a door, and it needs to be operated by like the elevator operator. So we were going all the way across this huge hotel to go find Candace.
We gotta walk a whole country mile to Candace's room, girl. Oh my God. So we being impatient and left the lobby, going to Candace's room, and now she in the lobby. We gotta go back all the way. Y'all cute. We said y'all look cute or whatever.
One time for the birthday chick. We are enjoying our time in Colombia. So many more vlogs to come. Until next time, bye.